The 3rd of June 2022, about 11:12 UK time at night. I'm playing Sea of Thieves and I came across a skeleton fort. A skeleton fort is nothing new to me. I've soloed a skeleton fort many times. I played Sea of Thieves for about 4 years, completely solo pretty much. Any of the solo players at Sea of Thieves know the struggle that soloing a sloop can withhold. But I went to the skeleton fort. I was doing pretty fucking badly. I was overwhelmed with many pistol skeletons. There was so many. But I finally did it. It didn't take me too long. I finally did it. And about an hour. It took me about an hour to do it. I finally did it, and while I was doing it and dying, I noticed, like, the cannons on my ship was pointed, like, upwards for some reason. And my sails were up. My ship was turning with the anchor up. And I didn't do that. I didn't move the anchor or the cannons or the sails or anything. So I looked around my ship and saw nothing. I thought there was, like, some players messing with me or something. And I didn't see anyone. I did not see anyone. So then eventually I went back to the skeleton fort and I was doing the boss. And I died at the boss. And I was sent to the ferry damned as you would. I go through the doors and all of a sudden I just hear... At this point I'm so confused because I was in the ferry the damned. Was there other players? That was like tricking me or something. The boss died, was defeated. And then, as I respawned, I saw it. At the window of my sloop, I saw that. I saw it at the corner of my eye, and I'm like, hang on a minute. So I see them, I walk up to them, and I'm just, they were using the new chest emote. And I just said, ahoy? And they just walked out. They were friendly. And in my head, I'm just thinking, wait, were these guys here the whole time? Because I noticed my ship moving and the cannons moving, and I didn't move them, so I thought it was them. They were here the whole time. Now, this caught me completely off guard, so I didn't have my mic plugged in, I didn't have anything, but I wanted answers. And soon enough, a player approached. We were using the in-game, like, chat to speak. And these fellas here said they saw a ship. And that they shot over here, and yeah, I wanted to get the loot off of the fort, but obviously, if the ship were gonna come and blow us up, there'd be no point. So I quickly grabbed the skull. The other guy grabbed the stronghold key, and I just grabbed what I could, and we would just go after these players and take them out. They insisted on helping me, and I accepted. And so I put the skull just below deck somewhere, and we was on the hunt. Now, for me, who is a solo sloop player, as mentioned before, I am not really good at PvP. I avoid PvP at all costs. I have done PvP before, but I usually lose because it's just me solo in a sloop against usually a crew of 2 or 3, or sometimes even more. And, yeah, so I wasn't, you know, really hopeful for this battle, but I prepared what I did. Got the trusty blunderbuss for close PvP, and we chased after this ship for a good 5 to 10 minutes. It was running. And, yeah, I was being a bit of a cabbage for the most of the chase. I am not used to PvP at all. And I owe a lot of our win to the other guys here. They really carried me during this kind of battle when we finally caught up to them. But yeah, good 5 to 10, maybe more minutes. We finally caught up to them. I could start firing. Anyway, they finally sunk, and we was headed back to the stronghold with the stronghold key to get all the loot. And while it was peaceful, and we was heading back, I actually went on Xbox Message and asked this guy how long was he waiting on my ship, because I needed to know. So how long have you been on my ship? 1 hour. I noticed the cannons and harpoon up, and I was so confused. Anyway, so we finally made it to the fort, and this is like my 6th time soloing a fort. It's not that hard, honestly. It takes a little time soloing it, but it's not too bad usually. So yeah, I started grabbing it all, and I had my alliance flag up, and we formed an alliance, and so was officially part of a team. He informed me that he wanted to blow up all the kegs, and I was like, fine. Besides the valuable one. And yeah. He said the loot was all mine, and I replied with thanks. Yeah, this guy really let me have all the loot. I was surprised. Then I asked, so where did you hide on my ship? I looked around, but I couldn't see anyone. And he said, I will show you we moved a lot. After blowing up the stronghold room, of course, with all the normal gunpowder barrels. Which is always fun. After harpooning all the treasure, he decided to show me where they were hiding. One of them was in a location that I've known about before, right there. It makes it hard to see though with his dark clothing. One of them was there, and then the other one, which I didn't even hear about, after bucketing out some water. He said the other one was here. I couldn't even see him without raising the lamp. I was just amazed, and I started laughing to myself, like, watching him. And even here, at one point, I was just in pure amazement. I never even thought to look there. Like, who would? And then finally, where I did actually see him, was in the chest at this corner. When I finally caught him. I mean, if I didn't notice this, then that would have actually said something about me. I then said to him, "Oh my god," and he said, "We do it loads of times, it is so funny." I never thought that I would be fooled like that. I see YouTube videos about that all the time, and I never thought I would be fooled. After a good laugh about it, and after a good laugh about it, and we got all the treasure, we decided that we should probably go sell. And of course, on the way back, we was approached by a skeleton sloop. Not too hard, but yeah, took quite a few cannonballs. Nothing too tricky, but we took him down eventually. I'm stood here like a cabbage, checking the Xbox messages, and realized, ah, yes. So I took over the cannon, and I started firing away. And we also did defeat it, and we took that skeleton sloop's loot as well, to add to our already massive pile that we stole from the player sloop and the fort. Just when we thought we was in the clear after defeating the skeleton sloop, a megalodon attacked. Straight away after a skeleton sloop, a megalodon. I have never seen them back to back like that before. We was also on the edge of a thunderstorm, and you know, the game really didn't want us to get away with all this treasure. We didn't defeat the megalodon; we outrun it eventually. So, yeah, the ship was actually running low on supplies, so I needed to get supplies from the supply crates. After repairing the ship, I did what the most productive thing was at the time. I cooked the shark. Yeah, we had no food in the food barrels, running out of wood quick, running out of cannonballs quick, so I cooked shark, while the other two were fighting off the megalodon. And yeah, that was that was interesting. Yeah, as I said before, if it wasn't for these two, I would have been dead a long time ago. So I am gonna applaud these two, and I just kind of stood there like a melon, not doing a lot, while these two kind of carried me pretty heavily throughout this bit. When the shark was cooked, I ate it immediately. Then, as if this adventure wasn't crazy enough as it is, the skeleton sloop came back and was ramming us. So, we was running out of stuff, so I just chucked the blunderbuss bombs, stuff like that, just to get the skeletons off. I just chucked everything we had at it. But it did eventually go down, with a few cannonballs left. I was starting bucketing out. It did eventually go down, and the other guy was in his ship, on his sloop, who eventually picked up all the rest of the loot that we missed off of the other skeleton ship. At which point, Dead Zombie here informed me that we had a storage crate here that was full. And I'm an idiot. I'm a full-fledged idiot, because I didn't see that one. I was looking at the ghost one that was empty. I thought we ran out of cannonballs and wooden planks, and we did, but there was another storage plate that I didn't see, which Dead Zombie kindly pointed out to me. I was such an idiot that I missed it and I couldn't see it amongst the other loot we had. But yeah, he pointed it out to me, and with cannonballs in hand, more cannonballs in hand, I finally defeated the skeleton sloop, because after rediscovering it. At which point a cannonball shot me directly in the face to, again, Dead Zombie at my rescue to resurrect me. And then we just finished it off, a few more cannonballs, and we had the skeleton sloop loot, finally. And just as me and Dead Zombie were picking up all the loot from the skeleton sloop, we had the amazing pleasure of meeting the pirates that we defeated beforehand a little bit ago. They actually caught up to us and were here for revenge. So as we're harpooning all the loot, we see them. They're right behind us, and I picked up all the planks and cannonballs I could carry, and we were in war again with these guys. Because a sloop only has one cannon on each side, I couldn't do a whole lot besides repair, and that's what I did with the mast. So they actually had mics this time, but I couldn't really understand what they were saying. Thanks to the other two guys, they managed to knock down the mast and do heavy damage, but they also did damage to ours, and I was repairing the mast as quick as I could. Of course, with their ship being pretty much done for, after I repaired the mast, which is what I'm doing, and it's good that I repaired it pretty quickly, because they started to head over in a Reaper's butt. I saw them there with a Reaper's butt, and we just needed to get out of here.
Here we go, lads.
He laughed and was determined to take us down. Luckily, I went full sail, full line. I literally just went. It was a good job I fixed the mast quickly. We repaired the holes pretty quickly as well. So, who is laughing now, I guess? At last, we made it to the outpost with no dangers, and we could finally sell everything we had. And we made quite a lot of money off it all as well. We then danced and played a song as we were heading to the Reaper's hideout to sell the gifts we had out of the fort. And that was everything else sold. And just like that, we won. We won. We got a lot of money. We got what we wanted. And we could just play a tune. With, of course, the Chili K Rider following us. And with the gift salt to the Reapers, that was everything we had salt. We got a lot, we killed a lot, and we just did a lot. And that was everything. That was literally everything. So I said thanks to Chili K Rider here and Dead Zombie. We played, we cheered, we drank grog, and literally got ourselves drunk. Also, yeah, I know my Reaper's rank isn't very high. I don't really do a lot on the Reapers. I also, half drunk, decided to let off some fireworks I had earlier. And yeah, it was a good experience. It was a good experience. We saw everything. We got what we wanted. And I wouldn't have done it all without these randomers. Just these stowaways on my ship. We set off some fireworks and had a grand old time. And Dead Zombie even taught me a few new tricks as well. And Chili Carrot, they both taught me some tricks that I didn't even know about. Uh, some like a little ladder glitch or whatever you want to call it. He told me to follow him, and apparently you can actually go around your ship through the window. I didn't know that was a thing, but I'm sure that could come in handy with some PvP at some point, maybe. I had no idea about that. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is where our tale comes to an end. We did plan on going onto a brig and going after some more loot and stuff, but my Wi-Fi went down, and I told that to Dead Zombie. But I wanna, if by some miracle Dead Zombie or Chili Rider come across this video, I want to thank you for that, helping me through all that. If that is how you say your name, Chili K Rider, I think it is. I don't know. But yeah, thanks for that. It was a fun experience. It really was. And I enjoyed it. I thoroughly did enjoy it. It was very profitable for me as well. Cheers to you. And maybe we'll cross each other's oceans again someday. But that's it for right now, guys. Thank you so much for watching. And I'll see you in the next one.